that he was painting of various characters. And so we were privileged to be able to do this, and when we had the proof ready, he brought a friend with him. And so these two gentlemen were in the conference room of our printing company and began to banter back and forth with each other and had us all in stitches. I mean, we could not, we were grown men and we could hardly contain ourselves. 2 years ago, I met the fellow that I rode to school with this year, began to talk to him, and I said, wait a minute, I know you. 30 years ago, you were in an office in my business. This was before I knew anything about Charles Howard or being a called Santa Claus. I don't believe in coincidences. I don't think a single one of us are here out of coincidence. We're here because this is part of the plan for our lives. The biggest privilege I had this year was to ride to Santa School with my new friend, and he is going to finish his story.
We want the story. All right. I'll get you for that one. Well, being in the presence of you gentlemen and you ladies is just, for me, is totally overwhelming. I'm like a sponge, and I haven't been doing this long. But I've had the opportunity and the blessings of God to be involved with people for over 40 years. My background is I was the promotional clown for Ringling Brothers and Barnum & Bailey. I served on the Big Show when it was the Big Show. I've dealt with children of all ages all my life. I live in a world of fantasy 99% of the time. Enjoying people and what they have contributed to my life has been a blessing for me. And at lunchtime, I was made a mistake of telling them the greatest moment in my clown career. And it involved a 9-year-old boy. And I'll try to get through this. The circus, we lived on the trains, and they still do today. But the train would leave, and it would park in a city away from the buildings and the Coliseums when we got into those. We would get in a bus every day, and we would go to the buildings where we worked every day. And one day we got to this building, and then we pulled up in front, and I was getting off the circus bus, and this little kid came running by hollering and screaming, I found one! I found one! I found one! And he was running towards his mom and dad, and I got caught up in the moment. It was just like, woo! I want to be a part of this. And so I'm running along with him, and I'm going, why not? Where? He said, come on, I'll show you. And so we turned around, we ran back around that Coliseum to the back area, and the ramp that goes down underneath the building. That's how we get in. And he stopped there. He stopped there and he started just like this. I'll never forget it. And he was looking down that ramp. So I'm going like this too. I'm going, what? Where? He said, right over there, down there. You see down there? Right there at the door. And I'm going, yeah, what? What? And he said, I saw a clown. That's what a clown was. Right there. Turn around and ran off. I thought, my gosh, what an impression this character we create makes. I went down into Clown Alley. I'm sitting there with the master clowns, and I'm telling them the story, and I can't stand it. I'm so excited. And they're putting on their makeup, and they're going, oh, yeah, okay, all right. Didn't affect them. Didn't affect them like it did me. So we would put on our makeup and we would go out into the arena and we would practice new material 20 minutes before the circus starts, and this is known as come-in. And so that particular day, I rushed and I put on my makeup as fast as I could, and I had created the character known as Buttons the Clown with Ringling Brothers and Barnum & Bailey. And so at that point I ran out to the arena hoping that I could see this little kid. 18 to 20,000 people in an arena, that's kind of an impossibility. But just like my friend back here said, I think life is not just coincidence. As I was walking around the arena looking, I spotted him. And he wasn't down here close like he could have been, but he was way up in an area that you very seldom visit. But that was my mission that day, after saying that. So I walked over to the batting boards, and I threw a leg over, and I swung over into that area, and I'll never forget this section, because about 2 rows back, someone said, "They're loose!" I'm looking right there. Anyway, I started up those steps, and you don't see clowns get into the audience very often on a circus like that. As the higher I went, you could see that thousands of people's eyes were all of a sudden focused on you. It didn't matter to me, because I'm used to it anyway. And I went on up those steps, and I got to the row where that family was. They weren't on the end, which would make it very convenient. They were, you know, like a half a mile down this road. So I did what I had to do, and I said, "Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me." And the big shoes, you know, you have to walk like that. Excuse me, thanks, excuse me. And by this time now, there's 18,000 people watching this big clown walking down a row about halfway up in this building to where this family was. And I got there, and I got right where little Billy was, right behind me. What a blessing. Turned around, stuck my hand out, and I said, "Hi, Billy. Welcome to my world. Welcome." What a blessing. Gentlemen, ladies, you can have that same experience, and that's why I'm a Santa today. Because every day, every time I put a child on my lap, I say to myself, "Welcome to my world." God bless you in what you do. Thank you.
See all you kids at 6 o'clock? Whoa!